Hey guys, it's Beautybyruby, and for this video I'm just going to be focusing on a portion of a makeup process instead of doing my whole face. So instead of, wondering what I do specifically for one type of process and then having to watch the whole video, you can just watch singularly. I know that I struggled with this a lot and didn't master it for quite some time, and that is baking. I get so many questions about how to bake, and then my biggest struggle was how not to get flashback, and this is my foolproof way of to not get flashback. And if you don't know what flashback is, basically when somebody puts on flash, you look like a ghost. You look like somebody just like pressed white powder all over you, and I struggled with that for the longest time. Finally, I just got my technique right, used the right tools, and figured it out. Don't mind my phone going off. I'm gonna go put that out. Okay, so first off, I don't always bake. I only bake when I know I need my makeup to last all day. If I'm going from earlier in the morning, not getting back until late at night, or if I'm going to an event where I know I'm gonna be sweating or, doing whatever and I need it to look perfect for every photo. So first things first is your concealer. So I'm actually gonna go for concealer as well. This is like my heavy duty, like I'm going somewhere concealer process. So this is what I do to prep for normal concealer. Okay, so this is my trick for somebody with dark under eye circles, such as myself. My under eye circles are always there, no matter how much I sleep, no matter what I do, I just have them. It's hereditary. So what I do is I color correct to make sure that it's a clean slate and it makes the makeup just last longer. So what I used, you can use any sort of orange-based concealer, but I got this before like orangey concealers were really out and color correcting was really a thing. So this is the NARS concealer in caramel. It's like their stick. I don't really know the actual name of it. I apply this and focus it mainly here, because that's where I get the most darkness. And also, just a side note, I do have my foundation done right now, so if you're wondering. So I just take this and kind of lightly go over, focusing it, like I said, in that inner corner. Actually, let me zoom in. Focusing it in that inner corner, lightly, not going too heavy with it. And now I'm just gonna blend that out with my ring finger, just kind of wiping / patting motions. So now that's kind of canceled out any of that darkness, purpley undertones. The orange cancels out the bluish purple undertones, that's why I'm doing it. Next I'm going to be using my concealer. So this is just like my nude actual color concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using the shade Light Neutral. So I'm just taking this and just doing dots underneath both eyes, and then taking the applicator and doing an upside down triangle. And then I'm just taking the rest and doing a kind of highlight with it. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking a damp beauty blender and just blending that out. Always, always, always with concealer using patting motions to make sure that you don't lose any of the coverage. And I also just take some of that on my eyelid. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have a different background. This is actually my room, and I decided to try out filming in my room versus the basement because I don't have like the generators and stuff going off down here. I mean, going off up here. And just easier not to have to bring my makeup to the basement. So let me know if you guys like the setup, if you like the old one better, let me know. So again, since I mentioned earlier that I have crazy dark circles, I go OD. I go OD when it comes to concealer. I use like 3 different concealers, I have no shame. So I'm using my tried and true Erase Paste by Benefit in light. It only comes in 3 shades, so easy to find your shade. And I really just pack that right here because I have like a natural indentation right there. And this kind of helps like conceal that. Concealer, I guess. And again, just patting that in. Now remember, this is like my going out concealer, so I don't do all these steps every single day, but. Okay, so now that it doesn't look like I'm dead, I'm gonna be setting it, so baking it. What I'm going to be using for my baking is my Laura Mercier powder in translucent. And this is the absolute key to making sure you don't get flashback, is one of those cheap triangle sponges from the store. Literally you can get like a pack of these for like $3. This is the only thing that makes it so I don't have flashback. So I'm making sure that it's not soaked. Like if you squeezed it, no water comes out, but you can still feel that it's wet. Basically, you just take a ton of powder. You just really like pack it on. And you just pack that onto all the places that you want, that you highlighted. So most importantly is underneath the eyes so the makeup doesn't crease. And I don't know if you guys understand like the purpose behind baking. It makes makeup stay for crazy amounts of time and look just as flawless as when you put it on. It also creates like an airbrushed effect. And if you guys want to know how baking works, basically what it is, the reason it's called baking is because your skin almost bakes the powder in a way where your skin is at like 96 degrees or something like that. And as you let this sit, it becomes less and less noticeable because your skin the heat is absorbing the powder. So it really bakes it into your skin. So again, just putting it in all the places that you highlighted. You're gonna look like a clown, it's fine. And what I like about the sponge too is you can really get like sharp lines in there. It's really just focusing it. And then also what you can do if you really want a defined like highlight is kind of carve out that area. Like I said, the sponge is perfect because it has that sharp edge. And just making sure that's really carved out. And also you can do a little bit of nose contouring with this. So if you want to, sometimes I like to put some lines in the side of my nose. It makes it look kind of a little wider. And yeah, so basically let this sit for 3 to 8 minutes, just depending. I usually do my eyeshadow in the meantime. So yeah, I will get back to you guys when this is all said and done.